Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Happy Animorning.
Happy Animorning, everybody. It's Animorning Challenge Day.
It is Animorning Challenge Day.
Let me just...
It's finally here. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you very much, Snack. Welcome. What were you up to? Would you mind, Doig, putting the stream up where I can see it?
No, how dare you?
I'm blind. I can't see what's going on. Yeah, good Animorn. Doig's mic sounds crackly. Really?
Are you serious? Are you for serious right now?
Are you for real? Snack says, finishing off a subathon. My poor snacky body is so tired. Oh no! Oh, I hope you get a good rest. A good sleep and a rest.
Is it just mine or both of us?
Doug, can you please? Can you
I'm doing multiple things at once, my glove, my dear.
Okay. Hey, good morning, Kieran. There we go. Hello. Hello. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in. I'm Swift. This is Doig. We're a bird and a bear. We live on an airship. Today, you've come across us when we're doing the fabled Animorning Challenge League. So...
Animorning Challenge League? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I decided out that it was going to be a league, like in Pokemon.
Alright, okay.
So
you're all getting points now.
So today you'll get a badge. Today we're going to, maybe we should do that. Anyway, we're going to look at the previous entries from last challenge, and we're going to set the new challenge. And we'll give what critiques we can to the entries. If critiques we can give, critiques we will give. For people who don't know, Doug and I have a background in animation. We've worked on various things, and I work pretty full time as a storyboard artist / animator. Doig, you just fucking shit up.
There's mic crackle. I'm angry.
Yeah, there is. Sorry about the mic crackle. I got no idea why that's happening. It's extra frustrating because we spent so long yesterday trying to get the mic crackle to stop when we're on multiplayer, but it never normally happens when we're just hanging out. Luna Hoot says this vibe is cozy as frick. You've already sold me. Bird, 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 bird. Make nest eat worms. Thank you so much for the bits. We really appreciate it. Thank you. The support means a lot.
Wait, we got bits, but it didn't spawn a bomb. Of course it didn't spawn a bomb.
Our thing's a little bit broken right now.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit broken right now. Normally have all kinds of fun redeems for you guys, and you can throw things, and there are things in the overlay, but today nothing's working. It's one of those days. Nothing's working, and yeah, but it's still a pleasure to have you here, and we're still going to do some fun stuff. Kimmy, thank you for the subby. How are you doing? I hope you're good. Bacchus finally died back there. Maybe he's still here somewhere with us. Yeah,
in our hearts
today. Sorry.
In our hearts.
He's always in our hearts. This is it. Animorning Challenge Day. That's today. That's today. There it is. Oh. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm glad you like the emote on stuff. Kimi says, I'm doing good. Got to work today even though it's a public holiday in many countries. Just little freelancer things. I am taking today off because I am ill. So I'm sorry if I'm a little low energy. More so than, I am when I'm tired. I'm having a day of the month and it sucks. So I'm just going to be taking it easy. Oh, wow. Hey, thank you very much for the cheer. Thank you for the 10 bits. Luna Hoot says, I'll be sure to hop into future streams. You two are precious.
Thank you.
But for now, I shall lurk in true owl fashion. See you two around. See you, Luna Hoot. Fellow bird. Happy lurking. Thank you so much for the support again. Oh, thank you, Tiny Mimikyu. I will get better. It'll just be a one-day thing, but it sucks. My back's like, you should be lying down. Don't shake me. Don't shake me, no.
Massage chair.
No, no. Ah.
Get on the chair.
Ah, I'm in the fire.
Get on the chair. Get on the chair.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Massage?
Yeah. Ah! No, this isn't good. This isn't good, actually. Ah.
Get on my massage chair.
No, don't.
Come on.
No, I don't trust it anymore. This is not a good massage chair. Someone grabs the back of it and they're just like, "Hey!"
I grabbed the front of the chair.
Build a Dinosaur says, damn, no point redeemed. Sorry. We're just broken today. We don't know why. Everything's broken today. Chaos. Chaos.
Dog woke up. Everything was broken. Now we're here.
Snake Station says, I got to raid and run. Get some food and sleep in me. Have a good stream. You too, Snake.
Thank you so much for bringing folks over. I hope we had a lovely stream.
Get that food and that sleep. Massage fire. Burn the pain away. Is there an update that hasn't been done yet? Doig was wondering if Twitch had done something that kind of broke our connection to it.
I feel like there was some sort of thing in my brain that's like, May the 1st, things will get switched off. But I don't know if that's true. But it feels like it's true.
Is that true? Can anyone confirm or deconfirm? I ran over your sandwich and I'd do it again.
You do it again, huh?
Yeah. Woo! Cartoon Key Pumpkin. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, there goes the sofa. You're in a destructive mood today. Is it because... Whoa! Oh no, they're all going to disappear. Oh, it's okay.
Be with you.
They're actually not going to disappear because they're not going to appear at all. Let's just pretend I got the most. Dizzy, thank you so much for that wildly generous bit, Redeem. I really appreciate it. 1,000 is so much. It's really amazing of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, it's what it means, what today is then.
May the 1st.
1st of May.
1st of May.
1st of May.
Is there a morning challenge day?
There's a song about the 1st of May.
1st of May. Put down all your cubes and get into the fire and burn. 1st of May.
You don't know the 1st of May song?
If you're in the fire, then there's many things that you could learn. No.
Hands up in chat if you know the 1st of May song by, is it Jonathan Coulton?
I think Elsa's putting a hand... No, I think Elsa's just celebrating the fiery doom. It's gonna be a yes. That people know.
Okay. Well, good.
You're gonna sing it for us?
Nope.
Go on.
No.
It's a little rendition.
No.
Go on.
No.
1st of May.
No.
It's the 1st of May.
No.
1st. Come on.
No.
When you're living on the 1st of May, it's the perfect time to walk around the city.
You don't want this.
I do, go on.
You don't want this.
1st of May is the best time.
You don't want this.
Be alive is the right time. 1st of May.
Yeah, let's keep it that one.
Okay.
Cool.
Fine. I'll just look it up by myself.
1st of May. 1st of May. Outdoor fucking starts today.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah. Did you know?
Thanks, Doig. I had a vague tingling in the back of my brain because I think you've asked me before.
It's a good song though.
There you go.
It's a good song.
Alex is also singing it. Hell yeah. Also says, oh, that sucks. Ulster hates it.
It's a good song.
Ulster hates it.
We're gonna play it. Let's play it. Let's play it on the stream.
Let's not play it on the stream.
Yeah, let's do it. It's
No,
good.
Doig, we have to do the Our Morning Challenge Day.
It's about the expression of love.
Our Morning Challenge Day.
All right, let's try that then. Okay, so we're not going to share my screen. We're going to share your screen.
I need to put my screen share on in that case.
And you got to put your screen share on.
Yeah. 1 sec. Hey.
Let's not get muted. Let's get muted. Woo, 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 woo. Let's get muted. Go
No. This stream already has enough problems without also getting muted.
I don't know whether we can
There you go.
talk about this. We probably shouldn't talk about this. No, I'm going to opt not to talk about it. The microphone works. Your screen's on?
Yeah, it should be.
Are we still crackling in the microphones, by the way?
Oh yeah, is Doig still crackling? Answer's like, bruh. Bruh.
Yeah, still a crackle.
Oh man. I'm
hate
sorry
this.
about that, guys. Sorry about the audio quality. I don't know. We don't know what's going on with it. It might be something like a simple computer restart would fix, but now that we're streaming, probably don't want to restart. So I hope it's all right for this stream. Unless you want to do a quick shuffle around of some cables or something, Doig.
It's the tiniest bit crunchy. It's not cables, dude. They're all locked in. They all got little lock clips and everything.
Both crackling. Uh-oh. They're both crackling.
Yeah, it's not offensive. I feel like it's maybe the fact that I'm running the overlay in play mode. Because if I run it in XE mode, it looks weird.
Answer says I can live with crackle.
Alright, living with the crackle.
Yeah, we might just have to do this one day and then we'll get it fixed for tomorrow. Because there's got to be something that we can do to fix it. Like, this is good audio equipment, so obviously there's something up elsewhere. Hey, Bacchus is here. Yeah.
Wait, are you sharing all of this? Oh, okay. One second.
Why would I not be?
1 second.
Hi, Bacchus. I haven't met you yet. I just haven't met you yet, as Michael Bublé would say.
Give me some seconds here. Studio mode. Go into...
You can pretend it's a fireplace in the background. It's cozy.
Screens.
It's just cozy.
Monitor. We don't want to see none of this. We don't want to see none of that.
Yeah, don't show me any of that. You can show the tools.
No tools.
Hey, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated.
No tools. Only animation.
Bacchus is back. Alright. No tools, no nothing.
No tools, no nothing.
Everybody. Ooh, yeah. Go to Bacchus's party. Ooh, yeah. Sitting alone at a bar. Ordering peanuts. But they will never come. There we go.
How's that?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. So, I gotta get into the brain space.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You in there?
I'm trying. I'm climbing in. So last Animoning challenge, the challenge was to do a quadruped walk. And I was like, no straight on side profiles this time. I want to see a quadruped walk, and you're not allowed to do it straight from the side. I think I said you weren't allowed to do it straight from the side, if I remember right. Can't remember if I'm just adding that on now because I'm seeing it in perspective, or if that's something I said, but I think I said something like that.
Look what I did.
That looks great.
Yeah, right?
This looks real good.
Right?
Animoning challenge day. Animoning challenge day. It looks good.
You need the microphone.
Do I need the microphone?
Yeah, you want it?
Sure.
Okay.
So no, I can't because I'm not gonna have my hands.
Give me it
so
back then. Give me it back.
Okay. There it is.
Did you just throw the microphone?
Yeah.
Oh.
What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it, scrub? Ah! Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Actual footage of you getting into the brain space. Gotta think like Sonic. If I ever got a tattoo, it would be what would Sonic do? Just on my arm. WWSD. Yes, that's what it would be.
WWSD.
Okay. Let's see.
You got to get your SD card loaded.
So yeah, that was a challenge last time. So let's have a look what we've got. So this first one is from Echo Bacilli. Or Echo Bacilli. Or Echo Bacilli.
They want to be referred to as just Echo, but
okay.
Yeah, that's their Twitter.
Totally, no problem.
And they said, I felt I learned more about how gallops work, though at the same time, I struggled a lot with the noodly body.
It is a danger noodle.
Overall, this was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you had fun. Now, let's see. My frames per second for this one is auto set to 30. So, I guess I'll play it on what it's set on, because normally this program or this website interprets based on what the file uploaded is. So, it should be the same as the file, but if it feels too fast, we can always slow it to 24 frames a second. Let's have a look. Oh, look at them go!
Look at them.
Yeah! That's a good danger noodle. Cute. Let's see. Let me have a look at this frame by frame.
So a reminder to everyone who's coming in, aren't sure what this is, the brief for this was to draw an animal walking or running in perspective.
Yeah.
Using reference.
Yeah. It's a difficult one, for sure. But I think this one's working really well. First of all, I think this one's working really well. Like, it's very clear what the motion is. There's a nice cartooniness to it. Like, interestingly, even though it's playing at 30 frames a second, I'd say it even feels like maybe a tad on the slow side. Let's have a look at what this frame itself is like. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're on 3s. It might just be a matter of turning it to 2s or something. I don't want to say put less frames in, because I feel like you haven't gone overboard in putting frames in. I think one thing which could really help this feel even better is if you pushed the perspective a little bit more when it comes to the drawings of the creature. So I would love to see when the whole body drops forward here, we get this really nice sense of the body kind of getting larger as it comes towards cam. But the size of the head remains pretty much consistent throughout. I'd love to see you also like enlarge that head so it really feels like it's pushing forward in space as it comes towards us. Like, if I pop up a little opacity that's too opaque here and give this guy a little outline. And then I hold that. You can see that it's pretty much the same size as when it's as far back as it's going to go. Like, the head scale is pretty much the same. So I'd say push that when they come forward. One day I'll learn this program's ins and outs, and it'll be great. There's a type of hold, add to current sketch. I think that's what I want. There we go. So I'm going to say push head scale. when head, sorry for my terrible handwriting, comes toward camera. I think that will really help. Let's see. And then I'll take those off. There we go. Another little thing that I'm noticing is looking at the run, there's something where it feels like it's running more sideways in its back legs than the perspective grid suggests. It's almost like the front legs are going along the perspective grid and the back legs are going along a different one. If I was to isolate just the back rump, it kind of feels like they're running more from a sideways angle rather than a front-on angle, as the grid suggests. And I think the reason for that is firstly because I think the tail is pointed as though we're looking at it side on, rather than being pointed backwards along the perspective line that would be here. But I think also the positioning of the feet when they land and as they slide backwards doesn't make as much sense as it could. And I'll show you what I mean. So you see here they land and they're very close together. So we've got one here and one there. So you would expect them to travel back along the same path, right? Imagine these are beautiful straight lines. You'd imagine them to go backwards like this. Let me get rid of this drawing so we can see. There we go. But instead they kind of widen out. So there's like an inconsistency there. So you probably want this back foot instead to land here, if that's where you're going to be pushing it along the perspective line. So then we're lining them up like this, and we're lining them up also like this in Z depth. Set my sail. You see here it's got even closer to the edge. So it's kind of up to you whereabouts you wanna put the foot there. You could push it here and have it even closer to the edge. But you generally want, if you're going to be using a perspective grid like this, I'm assuming you're using it so you can get the creature feeling like it's running along that grid. So you probably want everything to line up along the horizontal and vertical lines, or along the vanishing points, essentially. And then I think if you then also get the tail, I'll just put a little note here. Make sure foot placement lines up along vanishing points. I should just put perspective grid, that's clearer.
Hey Swifty.
Yeah.
How long per review would you like today?
I don't know, I generally just go until I feel like I've said what needs to be said.
I know. I just figured maybe a timer would be useful.
Yeah, if you wanna set a timer for me, then feel free to go it.
How long per time do you think?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna put an on-screen timer so everybody else knows too. Dog, put a cat on her face every 8 minutes. Okay.
Nice. Make sure to tell also.
We have 7 submissions today, if that helps.
Follows perspective grid. There you are. That will help you help the back legs feel like they line up with the front legs, like it's all running one direction. 1 minute left. Damn. Well, to be honest, those were my main points anyway. Let me just have a little look. I think the only other point is what's your consistency on the proportions of it? So like the back legs here and the back legs here, it feels like the back legs suddenly grow. Like they're big here, smaller here, and big again here. So just watch the consistency of how much meat is in the form of the creature. Watch consistency of proportion. And that's just a thing that'll just take practice. Like, you'll get that the more you do it. And then I think the wave motion of this, I think we could exaggerate that wave motion more. Like, there's a feeling here where the back legs, I'm going to go to a clean one. Here we are. So the back legs are pushing forward and that momentum's carrying forward here and it's carrying forward here. And then here it feels like it starts to get pushed back. And then lands. Like, this frame, it feels like the back is pushing here and dragging this backwards. Like the back's pushing and this is getting dragged like a whip. But they haven't landed yet. And if you look at the way that these creatures run, I'm pretty sure the momentum carries forward until they land. I don't think the rump starts to whip back while still in midair. So I think what you would want to do, and I could be wrong, so definitely reference helps. I'm not the ferret expert. So we're coming forward, and then we're coming forward, and then we're bunching up, coming forward, and then we're coming forward, and we're pushing back as we do that spine reversal. And then maybe we're reversing the spine again here. Spine reversals are so powerful, and I can't pretend that I know exactly where it would happen on this creature, but feels like it might be somewhere around the push-off. Although I do like your straight arrow push-off here. It would definitely happen at this point, I think. Yeah. And then you're back into that. So let me take that off. So you see the wave motion feels a bit more fluid here. That would be my suggestion, and you don't have to take it. But that would be it. Yeah, I think this is wonderful though. Fantastic job. I could only find little small notes to go on it. Is this a weasel? It could be. It looks like it's got a weasel shape for sure. I've been interpreting it as a ferret. The meat consistency on the haunch, yes, 100%. Great job. Great job, Echo.
Thank you so much for submitting.
Yeah, wonderful work. So let's see the next one we've got.
It's Geoff.
Is Geoff King, senior animator. And I've got to admit, I've seen this one before. I've seen this one before. And spoilers, I'm going to struggle to find notes for this one.
We can just appreciate and call it the things that they've done well.
Yeah, we can just appreciate this. Obviously this person, Geoff, has experience and they're extremely good at what they do. So let's have a look. I'll take...
Do you want me to read out what they said, or do we want to watch it? We'll watch it first. And
No. Say what they said first. That's a great call.
I struggled to find and draw an accurate perspective grid, with the squares getting smaller as they get closer to the horizon. I started with an inaccurate grid and had to make some tweaks to my back legs once I learned how to create my own grid. And then they shared a YouTube resource for a video that they watched about creating their own grid. That was really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
I roughed the tiger within the time limit, but spent a day adding the stripes, the color fill, and a few in-betweens because I wanted to. I spent a lot of time animating animals, but it was nice to try and really nail down some of the details and push for something realistic and believable.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you very much for that grid resource. I'll definitely be checking that out because perspective grids are something I'm still trying to learn. So any resources are hugely appreciated. And yeah, fantastic job. Let's have a look. So here we go. Check out this bad boy. I'm just staring at chat now to see the reactions. Reb says, yo! Ionoki says, he stomped. Tony Soup says, whoa! Coffee Joel says, I see beans. Izzy Squeaky says, wow! Yeah, right? Reb says, damn. Dr. Watts, the weight. Frenchie says, insane. What frame rate? It's 24. Good old 24. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Like, fantastic work. Especially the body. Like, I mean, you don't need me to say it, but I will say it. That the solidity of this, the way you've drawn this, and the way that you've used perspective here is extremely believable. Like, you were going for realism, and I think you really nailed it. Like, especially I'm looking at the body and the way it meets the back legs. The way that the weight shifts there as the leg comes forward, and the belly stretches out as the front paw comes forward, and the way that's reflected in the stripes as well is like just like chef's kiss. Like, absolutely astonishing and gorgeous work. It's really beautiful. The lazy swinging of the tail as well, that little figure eight it's doing, and the way that you are showing it vanishing into the distance there, like the subtle shape change in the tail to show that the end is pointing one way or the other way.
It's lovely.
Yeah, like really nice contour drawing on the outside too, to like imply the muscles and show what's going on under the surface of the skin. Like,
can you believe this started out as an elephant? I'm not kidding. He started animating an elephant first and then switched to tiger midway through.
Really? Oh my gosh. Wait, did he say that on the... Did I miss that when you were talking about it?
No, I just know that. Righteous Bison in chat is Geoff.
Oh, really? Righteous Bison, amazing job on this. Like, really gorgeous. I can't critique this. It's too good. What have I meant to say about this?
I also joked that we wouldn't review it if the tiger didn't have any stripes.
Why did you say that? You better not have been the reason that he had to go in and add all the stripes.
I don't know. He knew it was I was kidding.
But
yeah, he did.
You can tell here that Geoff has really looked at a lot of footage of real tigers as well, though. The little details, like the way that the paw turns in as it's coming forward, those are things that you only get from observation, which is why reference is so important, and looking at your subject matter is so important. Is if you want to go for nuance and realism and get those touches that other people might miss, then studying your subject matter isn't effing cheating. It's necessary.
Yeah, Puffling, your student film was basically like a whole heap ton of animals, right? The one that you worked on with the Geoff. Little Puffling says he has spent nearly 2 decades animating animals.
You can tell because this is gorgeous.
What's the tiger's name?
What's the tiger's name? Look at this fucking cat.
Tony. No. Hologram. Nice.
Tiger hologram. The only very slight thing that I'm seeing is just that the rotation on the head feels a little flat. Like, there's something in the way that the drawing is being skewed there. I think it's on the connection between the eye and the nose. There's something there where it's not feeling like it's turning into space just quite as much as it should be. Maybe it's on the outside contour of the face that I'm feeling it, but it feels like maybe the jaw and nose area should be protruding a little bit more on that turn. But that's all I could like, and that's a real nitpick. That's like the fucking nitpickiest of nitpicks, you know. It's like no one would fucking notice. But there you go. It's beautiful. Yeah, is the placement of the front left paw a little delayed? Let me have a look. Don't think so. One of my favourite things about looking at animal motion is I love the way when animals walk, the back legs almost kicky forward the front legs. It's just so satisfying to watch that rhythm of like, ba-dum, ba-dum. You know? I just love the way that works on creatures. But yeah, I'm just making excuses now to keep up on screen because it's really pleasant to watch. It's very satisfying. Yeah, I think you did an incredible job. Like, and it's such a pleasure to look at your work. Thank you so much for submitting. I'm sorry that I couldn't give you anything to work on. It's just great.
Everyone go and follow Geoff.
Oh, thank you very, very much for the follow, Benson. Yeah, it is soothing to look at. Someone just put some lo-fi on and let me just look at this tiger walk. And this is going to be my day for the rest of the day.
You could take a look at the grid video if you want, India.
I absolutely will. 100%. Do you mean now? Or?
Well, it's up to you.
Do you mean now?
No, I just meant like if you're trying to stall for time, I'm giving you outs.
What? Watch the video while other people watch a tiger?
Yeah.
That's okay. I won't watch a YouTube video while people are sat here waiting for critiques.
Okay.
But I will be checking that out later because it looks like a really good resource.
Yeah, it is real good.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about the audio pops and the crackles, guys. We don't know what's up with our audio today. Hopefully it's not too distracting and bad to listen to. We'll have it fixed for tomorrow. We were just already running late and we didn't realise that it was crackling until we'd already started streaming. Let
me do this. Because we're not that important to be on screen right now.
No, we're not. You don't need to see us. So yeah, amazing work. Thank you so much.
Give me a sec.
Look at this tiger.
Give me a sec.
Oh, I love that their face almost looks like a blur frame there. I know it's not meant to be. It's just between this frame and this frame. Something in the quality of the line art.
How's that? Does that help with the audio?
Look at his little paw. I say little. The paw's probably like the size of my head if I were to meet this guy in real life. Toe beans! The way that the little toes splay out. Yes. Toe beans. Great stuff. Yeah, Refracted Fluff says it's not that bad, but wanted to make sure you're aware. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. If there's ever any audio stuff going on with us, we'd rather know than not know, for sure.
I think it was the overlay being on play mode that was adding to it. So
yeah, Righteous Bison says audio seems improved. Sounds better. Okay, hopefully that's fixed it a little bit for now. Alright, we'll hop on to the next one. Oh, immediately it's cute. So this is miawerz. Thank you very much, miawerz, for submitting to the Animorning Challenge. Kit 10.
Mia says, I think I learned more about animating in 3D space. I feel like my 2D animation usually feels flat, so it's nice to animate something moving forwards towards the camera. I struggle for sure was the legs, since I'm not used to drawing animals in general, and also the foreshortening stuff because it's moving forward.
Mm-hmm. 100p.
The good little guy.
Here we go. Let's have a look. Wow. Oh, cute. I like how you interpreted it not as like a walk in perspective on a loop, but let's get some acting in there too. So let's see. Yeah, I think it's generally working. There's a little bit of a feeling of it almost being on a treadmill, and there's a little bit of wonkiness, I think, just with the perspective and the way that they connect with the floor. In contrast, not in contrast, the way they connect to the floor and the feet of the person that is in the foreground. Let's have a look through frame by frame. Mwah! Mwah! Cute. That face. That's a satisfied cat face if I ever saw one. It's very good.
Attention sought, attention achieved.
So here we go, we're starting to come forward. And I think here you could push the head forward in perspective a little bit more. Oh. Start to get coming forward. Yeah. I like the ear shapes you've got here, very nice. You get that up. Get that out of there. And I think you want to look at your arcs here a little bit too. Just because we've got down and then more of just an across motion and then down again. Which in motion is going to create this kind of feeling rather than this kind of feeling. Hey, yeah. So I just move that head down a little bit more. So that it's more of an in-between. This is terrible cat shape that I've drawn here, but you get the idea. In fact, mine's more of a sideways one now because I moved the previous frame down, so I've got to move it down even more. Yeah, so you would make it like an in-between. Since we're pushing the perspective forward a lot here.
I'm gonna share a picture of our cat
as
tribute for this cute cat that you've sent us.
I offer tribute.
Let me know when you're okay for me to share it, Swifty.
Sure thing. I'm just trying to get the positioning on this right. It's just a lot of trial and error on my part. Trying to get this head kind of in a good in-between place. Push it forward even a bit more. Maybe something a little bit more like this. Please interpret it your own way though. But I think this is roughly what I'm feeling for the size and position. And I might shift this one over just a little bit. Like that. Go for it, doggy, if you want to share a cat.
Oh, okay. Him larg.
Oh.
Him very larg.
Oh, he is log.
Him very
Wow.
larg.
What a big little man.
There he is. Good little man.
Kuma! This is our cat Kuma.
This is his little window bed. He loves it. He's there now.
And there's more like an in-between. It's on his window bed.
You key smashed in Japan.
I want that kind of swoop, but it might take a little bit of finagling for you to get it. Okay, let me have a look at the leg placement. Yeah, I think there's a bit of sliding going on between this frame and yeah, you can see here. See how this foot just kind of slides forward? From here to here. This is what's giving the treadmill effect. Is just make sure you double check your feet placements and make sure they're really kind of rooted to where they're placed.
One of the things we saw James Baxter do during a animation demo is he often has the end position in mind first and then plots it out backwards to where he wants the character to sit at the beginning, and then so he can plot like where the feet are going to go backwards in space from his eventual aim.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was really interesting. It's like, I know I want the character to arrive here. Which I think would work in a scene like this because it's like you know the cat is going to go for the leg that's in place.
Yeah. I think looking at reference will help too. Because as a bona fide cat owner who's drawn a lot of cats, I think the foot position here of the one coming forward is not the way that cats would usually do it. Rather than have the foot kind of pointed out as they push forward. When cats bring their leg forward, it's more like that. Like the foot kind of drops. So just be wary of that on these shapes as it's coming forward. Yeah, just like that. You've got it on that frame there. Do, 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 do. And again, I think with this back leg, there's a feeling that it lifts off here. And then it's a little unclear what's happening on this frame. And then it's placing down here. And then lifting up again immediately. So you might just want to look at the canter of a cat. Like look for cats doing similar motions and see when their legs would move. Like where they would push off from and when. Just to get that sense of realism into it. And here I think you might just want this paw to be a little bit more here so that we don't feel like we're stepping on the lines of the foot there. Just maybe a little bit more like this kind of thing. I'm just going to write, give foot a little room. Give human foot a little room. A lot of it might just be clarifying the shapes a little bit, and that might come with like a tidy pass, which I understand there isn't a lot of time for when it's like 3 hours is your time limit. Look at cat movement.
Holy shit. What the fuck? 1 second.
Big Ben?
I guess that's what happens when the timer gets down to 10 minutes. Holy fuck, I was not...
Bing bong, bing bong.
Wow.
Bing bong, bing bong.
I'm sorry.
That's very funny.
I'm sorry. I had that tabbed away. Well, that's been 10 minutes so far on this one.
I think that might be all I have to say because there's a nice arc on the head here going up.
Big Ben, shut the fuck up.
I guess you could exaggerate the pose on the body here a little bit. You could give it more of this kind of thing. The cat arching its back.
But more of a lean-to when they go to side rub.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's all. Yeah, I think it's adorable. I think you did a really nice job. And I love this. Yeah. My overall notes would be to look at cats and draw a lot of reference from real cats and cat movement. And I think that will solve a lot of the small issues I see. And I guess, yeah, the only other thing would be to just watch arcs, maybe push a few poses. Wonderful, wonderful work. Great job, miawerz. Have to make sure I'm zoomed in the right amount now. There we go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I need to find the form.
So this is Frenchie Animinis, I believe.
Okie dokie.
miawerz, you're super welcome. Thank you so much for submitting to the challenge. Rah! Maybe watch the movie Cats. I do not recommend the movie Cats for cat reference.
No.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Bong, bing, bong, bing.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Oh, Frenchie Animinis didn't submit any paragraph.
Okay. If there's anything you want to say, Frenchie, feel free to say it now.
The crackle is back.
Oh no.
Are you serious?
The crackle. The kraken has come. Dupus says, question about the challenge day. Do you guys do this as a regular thing? We sure do. It's every month. So every month we have the community showcase day, which is the last stream of every month. And then we have the Animorning challenge, which is the first stream of every month. So the first stream will be the stream where we look at all the stuff that people have submitted and we give the critiques and we set the next challenge for the following month. Tony Soup says, this is making me want to animate. Good! Do it! Do it. Frenchie says, oh, quick mention that I was already doing this animation when the animating prompt was announced. You were already animating an animal going in 3/4. You gotta do it! I hope you guys will enjoy the next challenge because it's a good one. It's one of my favourites. It's a reprise, but I think it's a really fun one. The reason it's coming back is because I'm like, we could do this again and it would still be awesome. So yeah, let me hit play on this. Oh, it's a little goat. Cute. Oh no! Did it get a brain freeze? Cute. Well, there's a lot here, so since I have 10 minutes, I'll keep it just to the movement coming forward. Since that's what the challenge was, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like your acting cues, so you've got nice little acting cues here. With like, oh, they've noticed. Oh, they do their actual take, their reaction to it. And now they're going to motion for it. So let's see. I'm
only laughing at the
Yeah. I'm going to suffer a little bit from the fact that I haven't looked at a lot of goat reference. So, I'm speaking more from a gut feeling of how I've seen other animals move than I am from goats. So I might be wrong about this. But I think if a goat is jumping around, and this is a cartoon goat, so you are at liberty to make the goat move however you like. I think the back legs wouldn't replace the position of the front legs, I think the back legs would land and then push off. I think there might be one frame where the back legs and front legs are either both on the floor at the same time, or the front legs have just left, but the back legs would be slightly behind where the front legs were. They wouldn't be in the same position as the front legs, I think. So what I would do, my solution for that, would just be to move these back legs back a tiny bit. Very simple solution. So it would be like what it would be. Yeah, I also... Would they be so close together? They might be. They might be. Again, I'm not 100% sure how goats move. Back legs might go that close together. So I might handle it a little bit more like that. It's less cartoony, I guess. But yeah, I would just have the back feet land a little bit behind where the front ones were. Oh, and a good tip also is if you want to help this feel a little bit more grounded, then you could always add a little shadow to show kind of where above the ground it is. And that might help. Feels like it covers a lot of distance here. It feels like it maybe needs to be further above where it's going to land here. Because this feels like it's the part where it's taking off, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe it'll be in the air here. And this feels like it's getting ready to land. So it's going to be doing more vertical downward movement here than horizontal across movement. So you kind of want it to almost be where it's going to land at this point. If the drawing is right, of it's about to land, you kind of want it to almost be where it's about to land in terms of Z depth. Which means here, you'd probably want to bring it forward a little bit. Very fast drawing of goat jumping. The anatomy. Stunning. Let me see if I can drag this frame back so it makes more sense. There we go. Oops. So, let me just delete this frame for a sec. There we are. I'd have replaced that frame there. And that'd make this more of a take-off frame. You know, where your front legs come up a little bit higher. Oh, which means that then they would have to be higher in the air. So it would be more like this. Oh. Except, you know, drawn well. Just imagine it's drawn well.
Oh, you can. It's rough. It's good.
I may have gone a little bit too big. Sorry, I know it's a pain. I just want to give you like actionable notes, so I want to make sure that I'm not balking it and giving you something unhelpful. Oops. Okay, that's fine. If you don't draw in the right frame in this program, then it will just create a new drawing for you, which is sometimes great, and sometimes it's a little bit like, oops. It's like when you draw on the wrong layer on Photoshop, and you're like, oh, crap.
No. I'm gonna grab a drink. Would you like anything?
Would I like anything?
Yeah.
No, nothing that you can get for me right now. What have I done now? I've done something. Help me. It's combined both my drawings into one drawing.
Oh no.
Oh god. Oh no. Why is this so hard? Is there an undo somewhere? No. The computer said just live with it. You've done something strange and now this is where you live. Why is this? Okay. Oh no. Oh, it's all gone terrible. Okay, so I guess I'll just erase what I think was the drawing. So I think it would be this was a drawing that was meant to be here. Maybe. I'm gonna have to write it. Sorry. Sorry, Sync Sketch has decided that it's gonna be a real pain. So I'll put change into stretch / takeoff frame. So it'll be more like this. Why can I not skip anymore? Oh, these weird bracket things are on. Okay, that's better. And then this would be in the air. Like this. Like this. You got to pucker your lips like this. You've got to bat your eyes like this. And the back legs will come up. Yeah. And then the back rump is going to continue traveling up here as the front legs come down. And then they'll get dragged down on this frame. So the back rump continues to go up with the little legs like that, and then they get dragged down here as they come in and prepare as they come in and prepare for the landing. Here they come. Does that make a bit more sense? Sorry it took so long to get here. The program was like, you want to do what now? You want to draw? I'm not going to let you. It's like whoop, 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 whoop. Land, and then it's going to get ready to take off again. Here they go! It's going to be bing bong time very soon. How dare. And then we're going forward here. Let's see. You've got one takeoff frame here and then it goes straight to the landing frame. You might need to add another frame in there. You might need to just I guess unless it's more of a stomp. I'm also feeling like the little landing here, the position of the leg to land splayed out like that. Also, one thing to consider, it might be worth just delaying the hooves a little bit, one of the hooves. So rather than twinning them all completely, so they all leave and get to the ground at the same time, the front set and the back set, to just either delay it a frame or two, or literally just in the drawings when it's coming down, just have one coming down before the other. They can still hit the ground at the same time that way, but it just adds a little bit of interest and variance in the drawing to keep things not so symmetrical all the time. Wee little touches like that Just make it feel a little bit more organic. So let's see. What I would probably do is, because I like this frame here with the back legs, where it feels like they're almost sliding, you know? So I might want to, if I were you, pop the back leg here or somewhere. And then on the next frame, have it snap outwards to like, actually, let's say that's the end position. To like here. And then it kind of skids into position. And we can have the butt raise up with it, which would be really cute. Just gonna have it not quite there yet. And then yeah, you get the butt raise. It might feel nice, like a kind of thing. Just make sure that you follow the body through with it. So it would need to be, you need everything else to react to it, basically. Yeah, if you changed this frame to that, you might be able to get away more with the contact position being the next one, because you could delay this foot, so this foot has more time to travel, you know? Rather than them both being up for one and down for one, you could do a little stompy. Be cute. Yeah. And let me just have a look at the sizing here as well. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. I think you could make the head start to get bigger from this point here. Start to size it up. Because it feels like it suddenly gets a bit bigger when you get to these frames. But you could start sizing it up a little bit from here. Yeah, I think because it feels like the body is going from facing us front on to kind of being sideways a bit more. That's why I feel like the butts kind of would slide into position a little bit.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Lovely though, great work. I like the butt jiggle here a lot. Let me just take my lines off so that you can see it properly. You might want to look a little bit at the tail, just because when the butt starts going backwards again here, you keep the same tail shape, but it would be more like this. Because this starts pulling backwards, but this is still traveling that way. And then it would start defluffing up. Yeah. Oops. I put it on the wrong frame.
She put it on the wrong frame.
Put it on the wrong frame. I gotta put it back on the right frame. Trial and error.
Bong, ding,
I never draw
bong,
anything
bong,
right the first time.
ding, bong.
Oh, you trying to tell me something?
No.
Just like, you basically got it. Some more like that.
It was bing bong 8 minutes ago.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm good. I'm going. Good work. Thank you very much for submitting. Let's move on to the next one.
So this is from Stewart McQueen.
At McQueen Draws.
I think I've learned a good rhythm on animating the motion. This was the first time animating a four-legged creature for me, so I think I struggled with the legs a bit even when using video reference, but I'm quite happy with how it turned out for a first attempt. I didn't go crazy with the perspective, but maintained a steady 3/4 view. I hope to get more confident with perspective since I think it's one of my weaker points when it comes to drawing in general.
Yeah, well, immediately, like, very charming drawing off the bat.
As Iroki says, friend-shaped.
Yeah, yeah. Look at this little bean. They're so cute. All right, here we go. Oh, look at them go. I like how you've got a little... in there too. It's like they're going after a ball, you know?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Like, nice work. I can tell that you've been looking at some reference, which is great. Let's see. One thing which I would say... let's see. I would say to avoid using smears in this exercise. I think I'm feeling what it is you're feeling, which is that it feels maybe a little bit slow in terms of the way that the timing and spacing is working. And those front paws hitting the ground feel a little bit faster than the rest of it. So I think maybe to kind of make that feel like it makes sense, you wanted to go with a smear for it. But I think maybe the issue is with the spacing on either the front paws or on the rest of it. So you want it to feel like a little bit less even, I think, than it does. And you want it to feel like there's a little bit more of a pace to it. And I think that's literally just a matter maybe of over animating, maybe just a few too many frames in there.
I'm getting this weird kind of like ease in, ease out on the grass. Don't know what it is.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It feels like you can track some parts with your eye, but then other parts just whip past super fast.
Yeah.
That's okay, though. I wasn't expecting you to properly track the ground, so I'm not going to get at you for that. Yeah, the ears blowing is super cute. But like the ears blowing, the implication here is when the front paws reach their kind of passing position, that momentum's been lost because the ears settle back into place, or in the contact position rather. Whereas in actual fact, if a dog's running, it's pretty much at a steady rate the whole time. It doesn't really slow down when the front feet hit the contact position. So those ears would be blowing back pretty much constantly as it's running. I think looking a little bit more at reference is going to help with that. So I'll put ear blowback more constant, because you want to get the feeling of like it being at a constant clip, right? By which I mean a constant rate of motion, pretty much. And I think you want it to feel maybe a little bit faster than it is. So I think maybe there's just a few too many frames in here.
What's the playback frame rate on this?
It's 24.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's animated on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you get away with a few fewer frames, if that makes sense. So let's see. So tracking the motion here on the back legs. So the back legs are coming forward, and it feels like they're starting to prepare to land here because they're rotating up, which tells me the next frame the like toes are going to start to come up to prepare for the landing as the foot comes down. Oh wow, that's meant to be an eraser. There we go. But it doesn't really feel like we get that.
Geoff says maybe the ref was on ones and it would match at 50 frames per second. So like if they were using ref and seeing where the foot positions were.
Yeah, maybe we could have a look.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Let's see. So we can do 48 frames per second, which is basically twice the speed.
Yeah.
It does look better at that rate, I will say. I do think it feels more like a run at that rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, Geoff, maybe you're completely right. Maybe the reference they were looking at was on ones, but they've put it on twos. So we're getting what feels like almost a running through water effect.
We figured it out.
Well, Geoff figured it out. I was also here.
No, well, you were like, you have too many... This is on twos, but you have maybe too many drawings.
Yeah, I had the feeling that something was a bit off with it, but I wasn't 100% sure. I think you might want to look into making the tail a little bit simpler. Just simplify it a little bit. I think either keep it more like one consistent shape or maybe ease up on the reversals a little bit. Like, I'm not 100% sure what's happening with the momentum to have it kind of reverse at this point. So maybe just keep it like more of this shape throughout, and you can work on having a subtle motion with it, where it kind of springly bobs up and down as they're running. Also, tails are kind of fun to do. Because they're pretty quick to sketch in, so it's quite satisfying to be able to do them. It doesn't take forever. Let's see. Where is that drawing I just did? There it is. That city on a hill. I'm keeping it a bit too stiff here. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So I might keep it a little bit more like this kind of thing. So the reversals that you might have will come from the motion of the back rump here. So it's being led by the motion of the haunch. Sorry that these sketches are very fast. But something a bit more like this, I think, would accentuate the motion a bit more and be a bit easier to keep track of. Yeah, Righteous Bison says if this was Moybridge reference, I believe his are on ones. Yeah, and Duper says, to my eyes, if I may, the butt might want to come up a little bit when the back legs kick off the ground. Let's have a look at that. I think this is working okay. Let me have a look at it playing again. Yeah, you could exaggerate the up and down a little bit more if you wanted. You could have that compression exaggerated a little bit, I think. Just cartoonify it a little bit. I love that compression when animals are running. It's so cool.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All I hear is Radio Gaga.
I like that our cats are more used to our sounds now, so Kuma is just still asleep even though I made a big sneeze sound.
Yeah, they don't run every time we sneeze anymore, which is great. So basically just exaggerating these compressions a little bit I think would be a nice call. And it's not something that you've done wrong at all. It's just something that you could do to give it just a little bit more like squinch.
Puffling says, I think the up and down motion is dependent on what kind of gait the animal is moving at. So would this be a gallop?
I guess, yeah, I guess it would be. If you're gonna go about it in those terms. Then I guess so, yeah.
What do you think, Geoff?
I think it depends on the type of dog as well, though, because it's like some dogs are either faster, less flexible, have different body types. So they all run slightly differently.
Geoff says, my 2 cents, if you have the chest proceed downward after the front feet contact, you'll get some weight in there, and the same for the back.
Yeah, got you.
So maybe less upward and more downward movement for that sense of weight.
Well, when they contact. So for the weight position, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? After the front feet hit the ground.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
They see me catching my weight. Contact position on the ground.
They see me contact the weight. Okay, so let's see. So you see the feet come down here, and as they hit the ground, yeah, you've kind of got the body continuing to rise up. It's doing kind of a steady rising up motion here. Oh, interesting, yeah. And again, I don't see the reference, so it could be how the reference is. But right now, the way you have it, the front of the body is traveling down while the legs are in the air. And that's kind of when it's getting to its lowest position. And then it's being pushed back up by the legs hitting the ground, which is interesting. What you could do instead is you could keep the upper body a little bit more aloft. And then when these hit the ground, these paws here, have this be more of the weight position. So that it feels like badoomph, as we're hitting the ground here, the chest is coming down, which will drag the neck, which will drag the head a little bit. You can keep it more subtle than I'm doing here, because the motion you've got on at the minute is quite subtle. But like this, essentially. And then we start to push back up as the paw leaves the ground.
Martina's got a scrongle in 30 minutes.
Martina's got a scrongle.
Oh, I found Sleepy Boy position.
I should have asked Geoff to come on and be a guest critiquer.
Geoff, get on Discord. Let's go.
That would have been a real good idea, huh?
That would have been a great idea.
Yeah. Only having good ideas when it's like too late to act on them properly.
I mean, he's right there.
He is right here. Feels like it's a little bit late notice though now, halfway through the critiques. But maybe we could do an exercise like this again, and if Geoff would like to come on,
that would be great.
And
yeah,
provide his expertise, I'd love that.
In the heat of the moment, he said, "Okay, next time, sure."
Hell, you said you're going to do it now. You promised.
Puffling says, "Ha, Geoff, get on Discord." You are not doing anything right now. Oh my god!
Called out. Called the F out.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I'm not gonna make you come on. But next time, we'll bring you aboard, so we can get that sweet, sweet knowledge, and that sweet, sweet experience. Yeah, I'm basically just all I'm doing right now is noodling to try and get the body positions, so you can kind of see what I mean and what Geoff means by bringing the weight down on that contact position.
Yeah, tips in chat are great. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I made it a bit gunky with this frame. Unfortunately, went a bit ham on that frame, but hopefully you get the kind of general impression of what I'm trying to, and obviously that would follow through to the top of the body and stuff. You'd make sure that if the front's moving down, the back's moving down and everything. So yeah, 5 minutes since Bing Bong. Well, let's see. So what have we got? We've got the tail. Let me take that drawing off so that we don't have the tail hanging around ages after. Yeah, I think when I put this onto wands, it makes a lot more sense. So I think just watch those ears. Maybe watch the head and expression now has a little bit of flicker with it, because those frames are going by so fast. I think look at exaggerating things a little bit more is the general gist, to make things feel a bit weightier, a bit springier, to make those motion arcs even more readable, Mm-hmm. But yeah, great job, and very cute boy.
Yes.
Right here.
Very
very cute doggo.
Very good boy.
All right, we're on to the final submission. Cats everywhere.
Really?
Cats everywhere. Yeah, I think so. That was. Oh wait, it skipped one.
Okay, cool.
Skipped one.
Is this Elito?
Wow. Yeah, sometimes when I click the button, it's just like I'm going to go 2 back instead of 1 back. Weirdly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Elito says, I think the head bounce was a tricky thing to figure out. I didn't understand it in my first try and just copied what some tutorials said about quadrupedal motion, which were mainly about dogs. It turns out that bears are quite different than dogs, and for the head bounce, the head goes down before the front legs contact, and the head goes up before the front legs go up. Unlike the dog, which the head bounce matches the pelvis up and down motion most of the time.
Good to know, yeah.
Also,
that's great.
As a side note, I modified the timing and added a little side-to-side motion to the head, which was a recommendation a teacher gave me. That's why it doesn't match the reference anymore. Again, fun challenge. I don't know if I'll be able to continue doing these because of uni work, but I'll definitely try. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, no worries. And of course, yeah, you can interpret the footage however you like. But it's great to know that you were using it. Like, it sounds like it was really helpful. Because as you were saying, a lot of the instructions you were looking for on how to do a motion like this revolved around canines or doggos. And looking at the reference is what kind of unlocked, oh, wait, it actually moves like this, which is, again, why I harp on about reference being important.
Birds.
Because there are things which you just, you would miss or assume to be the case, which aren't the case. Which, again, is why I take my critique with a grain of salt, since I'm not looking at reference. Yeah, let's have a look. Straight off the bat, I will say, I feel like you could have made it a little bit easier for yourself by giving yourself a perspective grid that lined up with the creature rather than the background. Just because unless it kind of turns and travels along one of these perspective lines, the perspective lines aren't really helping you out too much in terms of the motion. And we can always do with all the help we can get when we're doing 3/4 walks. So don't don't feel like you're not able to line that perspective grid up with your creature, even if in the reference the perspective is different. Just because it's there to be like a tool for you. Let's have a look. Oh, it's nice. It's nice and subtle. I really like the little side-to-side head. It adds this like little cartooniness to it, where it's like dum da dum dum ba dum 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 ba dum.
Very nice.
Yeah, lovely. Nice little rotation on the butt as well, using that tail as a landmark to show the rotation there. Just looking at the paws contacting the ground. Very nice. It's interesting how much the paws really act like hands on a polar bear, right? They kind of look like a human would look as they're walking along.
Bears are funny.
Yeah. I think one of the main things I'm getting from looking at the reference is it feels like when a bear puts its front leg forward, the entire chest rotates with it, and the head and the neck. Yeah, that's the thing. All front legs are arms. Yeah, I really like the floppiness of the feet. Like, it feels like it's almost... You know when you see really manly blokes walking along the street? And they've got that, like... They're, like, rotating their shoulders as they go, and their entire fucking upper body is rotating with them.
With the puffed chest.
Yeah, because they're, like, kind of stiff, so they're kind of waddling, and they've got, like... They're just, like, oh, with their shoulders, and the head's going as well. Polar bears are kind of doing that constantly. If you look on the reference above and see how the rotation of that torso is kind of driving the head to rotate. Like, I don't know if I'd change it on yours though, because I really like the kind of carefree, like, bip boop that the snoot has. It's like, it feels like it could be going along to some kind of song. At the front there, it's like the Bare Necessities or something is playing. Yeah, the little blink when the head turns is nice too. I like how you're timing the ear flatten with the blink. So again, that's part of what's making it feel so rhythmic, I think, is it feels like everything on the head is timed to that. Like the ears are flapping, like it's actually trying to control its ears to a beat.
Mm-hmm. That's really nice.
Which makes it feel like it's some kind of Disney character who's walking along to a song. Like, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna. It means no worries. That's what it feels like.
I know, I love that. That's so good.
Yeah, look at these nice little feet detailed here. You can see the reference here. It's really nice. You've got those little claws coming around and it's replicated here. I really like that.
I have a note.
Yeah?
I want the back legs to be chunkier.
You want them to be chunkier?
Yeah.
Okay.
For contrast with the front ones.
I'm looking at the top reference now.
Yeah, see, they're chunky.
Yeah, they are chunky. It feels like maybe the... I like the way you've exaggerated the leg positions here. It feels like on the original reference material, the foot comes down a little sooner on the back leg and it stays down for a little longer. There's almost more of a plodding feeling. Rather than a rhythmic walking. Like, it really makes sure its feet are planted before it picks up the next one. Like, you see on the reference material, the foot comes down. The foot comes down here. And on yours, we've got a couple more frames before it's... Like, it's already travelling backwards on the reference. And on yours, we're getting more of an exaggerated picking up and putting down here, where the front paw is already traveling, rather than it's kind of coming up on the down position here. So the next frame it would be on the floor. Again, I don't know if I want to ask you to change it though, because I do like the way that you've done it. This is just an observation about if you wanted to do a super realistic polar bear walk, I'd say plant the feet for a little bit longer, give it a bit more of a breath between each step, to really get that feeling that it's like sinking its foot into the snow, it's pulling its weight forward, it's planting its foot down again, its weight is shifting, and then it's picking up the other foot or foot arm, the arm leg, you know, the arm leg. I honestly don't have much critique for this, so I think it's a very charming little polar bear walk.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think you've done a really nice job. Everything feels solid, the motion feels clear, the rotations are nice, it's cartoonified in a pleasing way. I like the exaggerations you've chosen to do. Yeah, I think you've done a great job. Fantastic work.
Dupas has some cool information in the chat. For the terminology, it's worth looking up the difference between digigrade, which is like canid legs, and plantigrade, bare legs. I've always found looking at the structure is helpful for understanding the differences in the movement. The difference is basically walking on your toes like cats and dogs versus plantigrade, moving on the whole sole of the feet like us and bears.
Yeah, exactly, like bears. That's why it feels like he's walking on his hands, right? Is because he's planting the whole pad.
You see how Sparrow is now?
Sparrow's on her toes, yeah.
But when we register as a cat sit, I think is actually a cat standing.
Yeah.
So like that's when they come to rest and they go into like a sitting position. That's actually them just standing still. That's why I think we find them in that position so often.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we find you in this position.
Yeah, we find you in this position. She's rolling over.
Rolling, running.
It's digitigrade instead of digigrade. Really?
Sorry.
Digitigrade.
Digitigrade. Gotta get digitigrated.
We got a little bit of critique from Righteous Bison here. Far side front arm could be drawn through body, i.e. draw/think about where the shoulder and elbow are. I think this will help with the little we see of that leg and arm. Yeah, so boop-a-doop. So here, for example, think of it like this. It's coming forward. I want the world to know that it is coming forward. That it is coming. It's coming forward.
Well, I think in the reference you can see that it doesn't lift off as that high. Like it's almost.
It's exaggerated though.
All right.
It's been no, I agree. I agree with you. You're right. You're correct. So you're kind of keeping into consideration where the elbows and the shoulders would be as you are drawing this. That's a bad bear arm. That's a bad bear arm. Oh yeah, that's a bad bear arm I drew. Would be a fun creature to study the anatomy of.
Bears are great.
They're very cool.
I like how a lot of the forms can be kind of described in arcs and curves. Much like anything else really, but I really like how there's like a feeling of like a swoop to it.
Yeah.
On those like S curves. That's cool. He has the right to bear arms.
Nice. So I think this is what Geoff is talking about. Is just making sure that you're aware, kind of of where the shoulder and everything is on the back leg as you're animating it. Yeah. Righteous Bison says, overall, great observation. Fantastic work. You all nailed it this week. This month, I should say. So now we're on to the final one. This is Snowtwig.
Look at that cat standing up.
Look at that cat. Isn't it stand? Wouldn't you say that this cat is standing? What have we got, Doig?
Snowtwig says, how draw cat? How cat move? Haven't drawn or animated animals much or at all, which made this hard. I look at cat and see furry blob with tail and cute face.
Oh,
thought
we all
of choosing hedgehog, but they move. They are more blob-like. So this only simple animation. Perspective is hard. I drew the head in perspective, but the rest kind of flattened out. Also had trouble adding more keyframes because it looked more janky or stuttery the more I put in.
Yeah. Okay, great. We'll have a look. And yeah, don't worry. Animating animals is one of the hardest things. You know? Animating humans is very difficult because we're so complex. But we're also very used to our own anatomy. Whereas animals, we almost have to relearn everything. So don't worry. It's a hard challenge for sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, doing the lick. Doing the lick of the animal. This is cute. I can definitely tell what the animation is, so like you've done an awesome job communicating it. Let's see, I think that probably the issue you were having with adding in more keyframes and it feeling more stuttery is that you really, like when you're adding in keyframes, you've got to really have an eye on what you want the line of action and motion to be throughout the animation. And have a real eye on the consistency of the shapes to make sure that you're really like, you're drawing a clear line of action from one thing to the next. So if you're not sure what that is, or if you haven't really got your arcs planned out, it can often look jittery because the placement of the frames can mean that you're disrupting that line of motion or muddying it. And when that happens, it can muddy up your animation, make it harder to tell kind of what's happening. So I think this works really well. I think you could definitely in between this and it would work. An onion skin I think would be a great thing for you to have on to kind of train the consistency and help you to see how to plot your spacing between your different keyframes. So let's have a look. So yeah, nice.
Thanks, Geoff.
What did?
It's a cat.
It's a cat
With a lot of the with all of the unnecessary things removed.
removed. Show me, please.
Okay.
Reveal, please. Show what is cat.
You asked for this.
I did. I want to know. Can you show me? Oh, it does have a lot of the unnecessary things removed. Is that really how big the eye sockets are?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, the eyes really do, like, it's really like there's a skull and then it was like, we'll put goggles on it.
This really shows how and why they can fit through the things they can fit through.
Yeah. There's not much there at the end of the day on a cat. A cat is more magic than bones and flesh.
The skull is so thin.
It is, yeah.
Wow.
But they got those big old eye sockets. They are 50% eye. Look how far it protrudes out of the skull.
Like, this is just ear.
Yeah, I guess that's all cartilage right there. It's cute. That's a cute skeleton. Cats,
Yeah.
you got a cute skeleton.
You got a cute skeleton, kitty cat.
Cute little Kit Kats. With their tiny little skeletons that are basically flat.
Wait, let's have a closer look at the claws. Yeah, look at those.
Look at them.
They're like
big.
raptors.
Yeah, they are. They'll get you.
They're just little raptors.
Nah. But yeah, there you can see that they are walking on their toes, essentially.
Yeah.
And what we would consider on a human to be the hand is actually what we see more as the ankle.
Look how many little bones there are there.
Yeah, wee little
And that's
bones.
why they got the little nubbins up here on them.
Yeah, because they're their little thumbs.
That's their little thumbs. Ah!
That's cute. Alright, get your bones off the screen.
Get my bones
Get
off.
your bones away. So, like, a good example of what I was talking about with the paths of motion, I think, is with the paw here. So we have the paw begin to travel upwards from this position, slightly up to that position. So we started this kind of motion. I shouldn't have put the arrow in a place which is so hard to see. We're starting this kind of motion, like a little curved up diagonal. And then we're going down, which means I'm starting to expect like a curved circular motion or something similar. And then we bounce straight back up again. Whereas it would be nice to complete that curved motion by pulling it back more like this. If you see what I'm getting at. It's a little more cartoony and it leans more into the exaggeration of the previous one we looked at, like the polar bear. But it makes for nice pleasing animations where the movements are easy to keep track of and you don't need to worry about your keys feeling too jiggly or muddying up the motion because you have a very clear idea of what the motion path is going to be and you can make sure that they stay on that line. In the past, when I was learning how to do lines of motion for animation, I would sometimes literally just draw in the path and keep my limbs and such on those paths when I was animating, so I could be sure that I was getting the arcs and everything in a way which felt pleasing to the animation and clear. So I'd probably make this more subtle than I had it. More like this maybe.
A reference just walked in.
It's the kitty cat. And she flomp, 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 and she flomp, flomp, flomp. Like, you did a really nice job, I think, here with the head. Where the head has this really nice circular motion. You just want to watch the spacing a little bit. To make it, like, just that little bit more coherent. We have very small spacing here, and then large spacing, and then large spacing. So, I think you could dupe. Bring the head up just a little bit here. Let me see if it helps if I put this on. And then you can keep this a little bit closer to that original. Don't feel for the cat's bones. Leave her alone. Let me feel your bones. I wish to feel your bones. And then you can start getting broader. So you're thinking about the spacing as well. I'm sorry that I changed your cat's head size. You will have to reinterpret my drawings a little bit because I've gone and changed your cat's head size and made it way too big. Like the size you have here under my sketch originally is a good size.
Righteous Bison says a great exercise is drawing cat over the skeleton photo, or vice versa, drawing skeleton over animal photos.
Ooh, that's great. Maybe we should try that sometime as an exercise.
Yeah.
Is it too intense to ask people to animate skeletons? I feel like that might be more of like an expert level.
That's
thing.
pretty intense.
Yeah.
Depending on the level of like detail. Like maybe you could be like plot where the skull is or something.
Maybe we could do something where there are 3 different levels you can choose. So you can choose to take the intermediate, the beginner, or the advanced.
What's the bone game? Is that actually something?
Game. It's terrible. It's cursed drawfee challenge, where you get given the bones of a creature that you don't know, and then you have to draw what you think.
You think the creature is.
It was one of the most cursed drawfee challenges I've ever seen. So be careful when you rotate here to make sure that this paw stays in the same place. Like you want this entire leg to stay where it is, because that's grounding the cat, right? When the cat rotates its neck and head, it's not gonna slide forward also with its paw. So you just want to keep an eye on that. I'm sure you know this, but just in case. Keep paw position. Boop. So for the spacing, what I was talking about basically is if I was to draw it on a animation chart. Let's see, you have frames 1 to 5 here. Starting off with a small movement and then having a large movement and then another large movement doesn't make for as clear or pleasing a motion as if you do something more like this, where you can see the spacing between everything getting bigger as it's going down. One thing that I see beginners do a lot is that they will space things very closely together, then very wide apart, without really an understanding of why things are close together or far apart on the motion.
Mm-hmm.
And so what ends up happening is you kind of have the spacing kind of at random places be tight and at random places be larger.
Mm-hmm.
And it creates this feeling of shakiness with the animation where you have like stops and starts in the motion, because sometimes it's moving slow and sometimes it suddenly moves quickly. So starting to try and be aware of where you're placing your spacing for your drawings. Righteous Bison says animating simplified skeleton is legit. In some ways it's easier and a better place to start. Maybe we should try that next time then. We'll give people a simplified skeleton to animate, or we'll give them a choice of a couple of very simplified ones they can do. Pig Mommy Milkers.
India, no.
Thank you for the follow. How could I not read it? So yeah, in terms of spacing, I'm sure you know, but like this would be very tight, whereas this would be very large spacing in terms of drawing. So yeah, that's you just want to keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on your spacing and your motion paths / arcs, and keep observing them animals. For what it's worth, I think you drew the cat very competently, so good job. Keep eye on spacing. And arcs. Keep observing. Heck yeah. I hope you had fun with it.
Okay, good. We're in there.
Thank you very much for submitting, Snowtwig. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good job, Bo.
And that has been
the Animorning Challenge reviews. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out. And thank you for all your incredible submissions. And I really hope that the feedback I was able to give today was helpful. If you ever have any questions about my feedback, because I'm sometimes not the best at speaking and clearly defining critique. Like I'm not sometimes the best at finding my words. Do feel free to reach out to me anytime for clarification or to talk about the critique or anything, and I'll happily attempt to clarify things or help out. But yeah, are you guys ready for the next challenge? Because it's going to be a real fun one.
Give me a second.
I really liked this challenge. It's one of my favorites that we did. So I'm really excited to do it again and see what you guys come up with.
Actually, I might just put whatever video for this one, so just go for it.
Hell yeah. Okay, all right. This month's challenge.
Hang on.
Okay.
I'm going to cut the music. It'll make it easier to edit the video.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll get this music over the top.
Very Payne says, I love that you consistently have challenges to get you excited. If a challenge doesn't make me excited, I don't want to ask anyone to do it, basically. Which I know is strange because some people will find it exciting anyway. Like, what I find exciting isn't what everyone else would find exciting. But I only want to set challenges that I myself would want to do. Speaking of which, I want to do this challenge. I don't know if I'll get to because I've got other stuff I should do. But it's just a fun one. Okay,
let's have a good energy. Let's go into it. What is it?
Okay, so this month's Anime Morning Challenge. It's a novel one. You guys are really going to have to book it if you want to get it done on time. You're going to have to take a page out of one of your favorite books. These are all jokes. But yeah, the challenge is, it's a boarding challenge. It's a storytelling challenge. Take one of your favorite books and find a small paragraph in it. A small paragraph or a couple of sentences describing something you want to storyboard, and then storyboard that part of the book. So I'm going to emphasize, make sure you don't choose a paragraph that's too long. No paragraphs that are like half a page, because you'll never get finished in time. That's too much. Take a short paragraph, but take something that you're going to find really fun, whether that's action, whether it's acting, whether it's atmosphere and mood, it's a setting, wherever you want. But I want you to submit to us that paragraph that you've boarded from and a storyboard of that part of the book. And I can't wait to see what you do, and I can't wait to see what books you choose and what kind of scenes you guys decide to board. Last time we had some really, really fun submissions for this. So yeah, I'm pumped. If I was going to do one, I'd probably do The Name of the Wind.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, and do a little paragraph from that. But what would you do? What would you do? What's your favourite book? What paragraph would you choose to dramatise if you could? Captain Tio says, instructions unclear, ripped a page out of my favourite book. No! Get the glue sticks! Be right back with storyboarding War and Peace.
So would you call this challenge the storyboard?
I guess. I guess. I don't know. We'll think of a cool, fun name for it. I don't remember what we called it last time.
I don't remember either.
But yeah, time to find some fanfic. Nothing explicit. Nothing explicit.
Damn it.
Are you okay there, dog?
I got some phlegm.
We called it Bucket. That's pretty good. No sex allowed. No sex. No boobs. No humans. No anything.
No humans?
No.
What do you mean?
Filthy humans. No, yeah, you can do whatever you like. Just make sure it's safe for work.
We don't mind, but we won't be able to show it on the stream.
Yeah, obviously you can do what you like, but we will not show anything explicit.
All right, I'm going to bring the music back.
What's the Sonic fanfic Dan kept reading on Game Grumps? I don't know. Honestly, I stopped listening. I was like, I can't listen to this. But yeah, that's it. I'm happy that I managed to make it to the end of the stream.
Aww.
Thank you guys for putting up with my ill ass. I'm gonna go and lie down. You guys have an incredible rest of your day. And we'll be back tomorrow to do our own art that you guys can all critique from chat. Pal says, dare I say voice at the dial? You could totally.
Yeah, you could do scratch audio if you want.
As you guys know, I'm boarding at the minute for work. And we frequently scratch our own audio because when you don't yet have voices or anything on the project you're working on, when they're either not ready in time or you don't have them yet, you can... it often helps with the timing to voice act it yourself.
There's a part in the Rise of the TMNT trailer that's just JJ.
Yeah, they forgot to cut the scratch out and it's just JJ.
It's just JJ.
I was like, wow, Foot Lieutenant be sounding different. It's like, it's just JJ's scratch. I almost died of embarrassment because there's a part that I recorded scratch for in Transformers Earthspark. And they left it in all the animatics. I thought they would record over it. And it was in the, like, up until the final animatic. And every time I watched it, I would get, like, jump scared by my own voice.
We can't even say what it is because the episode isn't released yet.
I can't say anything else about it. But I dissolved into the biggest pile of cringe. Oh, thank you, little puffling. Thank you to you and Geoff very much for the extra help with the critiques. We really appreciate it. Like, for sure. You guys are awesome.
So boards are like fully animated nowadays, right? No.
That's up to you guys. You can put as much or as little into your board as you like. Everyone has their own style of boarding. So do whatever amount of paneling feels good to you.
Oh, Puffling, you did scratch for one of the main characters on Wolfwalkers. Those poor boarders.
I'm sure they appreciated it. They're like, hey, it's better to have some scratch audio than it is to have no audio because we're animating lip sync. So.
I can't remember the blonde girl, but it was the blonde girl character. I don't remember their name.
Yeah, the hunter's daughter.
The hunter's daughter.
You're the hunter's daughter.
Yeah, the little English girl. I figured.
Robin, that's it.
Robin.
Thank you, Dragon Lady V.
That movie was very good.
It was really good. If you guys want to see some cool stuff too, James Baxter recently uploaded a bunch of pencil tests to his YouTube channel, and one of them was from Wolfwalkers.
Oh, serious?
Because, yeah, he helped out on a couple of shots, right?
Is that why he was over at that point?
Yeah, it might have been. They were like, you're English, you do the temp voice. Ah, I see, yes.
I wonder if there's any, like, animated production that has done it and they're like, whoa, the scratch is really good, let's just go with that.
No, because they pay the voice actors for it, so
yeah.
I've definitely heard some amazing voice acting coming from inside the studio though.
Yeah, there's sometimes where I've heard scratch from one of the ones one of the things you've worked on, and then I hear the actual voice and I was like, scratch is better.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes real good.
Scratch was better.
When I was working on Transformers, Lo, who was working with us, who was one of the production assistants, was an incredible, like, she had training as an actress.
Oh, okay.
And her voice acting was just like the effing best. And I think there was someone on the Rise movie as well, who had recorded scratch for Krang 2, and they were so good. Ah, Lil Puffling says James Baxter came over because of Wolfwalkers. I got told he has wanted to work with Cartoon Saloon for ages because they consistently do traditional stuff. That's really
amazing.
Cool. Heck yeah. Tawny Scoop says Rumpelstiltskin. I'm pretty sure the person who did scratch track for him turned out so good they just kept it. The villain of the fourth Shrek film. Wow, well, there you are. Tawny Scoop says no, they have. And Ben Repaint says Lin-Manuel Miranda. Oh my gosh, I butchered that name. Lin-Manuel Miranda singing Moana. Were they originally intending to have someone else do the vocals?
India, can you open this for some reason?
Can I open this for some reason?
Yeah, I linked it in chat.
Oh, what is this, Doig?
I don't know.
Do you want me to show it on stream?
Yeah.
I don't know, Doig. Like, what is it?
It looks
what could
cool.
It be?
We should watch it for some reason.
We should watch it for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
What could it be? Why do you want me to watch this?
I don't know.
Understand.
It just looks kind of cool.
Hashtag Animorning Challenge. What could this be? You want to say what the name of the project is so we can look this up?
It's Kazazimoto.
Because they're not going to be able to hear the audio or anything.
Have you got it muted?
I do, but also I didn't think I was sharing audio.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the quality is not great probably across the internet, so you guys should check it out. Kazazimoto.
Ooh.
Maybe Doig did some involvement with one of these. I don't know.
No, that's not the reason.
I don't know.
Sure.
On to Drawfee.
Yeah, some interesting looking 2D animation in there, Puffling.
Yeah.
I agree.
Whoa. I bet the people who work on that are really proud. They better be.
Do you guys have Annecy tickets yet? Tomorrow the prices will increase. We do.
We do.
We got
them.
We got some
we got
pluses.
them, guys. We got plane tickets and we got plane tickets and we got festival tickets. That's the word. We're all set. We're actually going this year for the first time. I'm very excited because it looks like there's going to be a lot of very cool stuff there.
I'm going to go watch the Spider-Verse and the Turtles
and a Nimona and other stuff that I've forgotten, but I'm very excited about. Pikachu, get that ticket. If you want to go to Annecy, guys, get your tickets now. Thank you for letting us know the prices are going to increase. Make sure you buy them. Don't have to pay more than you need to.
You're looking forward to Sirocco? Or Sirocco? Or Sarocco? Or Sirocco? Or what's Annecy?
What's Annecy? It's a big old animation festival.
In France. It's the opening film. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it's also a place in France. But the festival is called Annecy and the place is called Annecy that it's in. Hopefully the queues won't be stupid like Warhammer Fests apparently were. Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We've never been before, so we don't know how the queues are normally.
Yeah. I don't know if we have to like sign up for individual events or anything like that as well. We'll have to.
Well, we could ask our travel buddies and see.
Teach us
the way.
Teach us the way.
You looked it up and you want to get information about the place. Try typing in Annecy Film Festival or Annecy Animation Festival. And that should take you to it.
Did you know that I've been to Annecy once in the past?
Did you tell me this? I think so.
I went to the place, but not the festival before.
Puffling says hit me up if you want some tips because of some of the stuff you mentioned wanting to see. Puffling, are you going to be there? Are you going? You going? Can we meet you? Can we say hi? No! 1 year we'll both be there at the same time.
See you, Martina. Bye-bye.
See you, Martina. Thank you very much, Martina, for all your excellent work as usual.
Danke, danke.
It's been years since you went. You have serious FOMO this year. Well, hopefully we'll go again next year. So maybe we can all go then.
We always intended to go to the Dingle Animation Festival as well. And we never went.
We never went. Of all the 5 years we were there, we never went to Dingle, and I kept intending to. It sounded like a great time.
The actual like festival prices kept increasing, and then we found out later that a lot of the people that we knew that went just didn't get tickets for it, and just hung out in Dingle.
We don't go to the festival. We go there, and then everyone who's going to the festival are there, and then we all just hang out in pubs.
But we didn't know that, so we would have totally like just
gone.
We
might have gone sooner, yeah. If it wasn't like 500 a ticket or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pikachu says, "Well, I see you in Annecy. I'll come say hi very awkwardly." Yeah, do. Definitely do. We'd love to see you, Pikachu.
Yeah, if you see a little bird and bear wandering around, just go up to them.
We'll be easily recognisable because we'll be a bird and a bear. And everyone else will be human.
I wonder if we should get a hat or something made.
A hat?
Yeah, that has our character on it.
No, I think probably I'll just DM Pikachu and be like, we'll probably be looking like this.
The audio crackle is definitely overlay related. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we haven't done a face reveal before. We literally have VODs on our YouTube channel. But, you know. Yeah, anywho. It seems like what is the raid currently at? Lady Vignette and the Dupus are tied. Oh, it's a showdown.
Wait, is the Dupus streaming now?
The Dupus, you streaming right now?
I thought they were in chat.
They were. Are you streaming right now? What's Lady Vignette up to as well? They just started, yeah. Well, we've never raided the Dupus before.
I didn't even know they were a streamer.
Let's see what kind of stuff they do. Hi, little man. Let's do Dupus.
Oh, that's cute.
What kind of Dupus do they do? It says they do cute art. Well, let's go then. Let's do Dupus.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will initiate the raid. The_Dupus. Are the credits working all, or will they not be?
I don't.
They didn't work yesterday.
They didn't. The overlay is off now anyway.
Okay, so we won't have any credits.
No.
So ba ba, a yeah, ba ba yeah, ba.
Dizzy Beans, you're the most likely to turn up in the awards.
Whoa.
Yo.
Ba ba. Snowtwig, you're the least Knuckles. Oh my gosh, Trashbot has chosen the bot again as its favourite. What a surprise.
Look, its name.
Its name.
They won an award. Hey,
yeah.
hey,
Everyone have fun over at Dupus's place. And thank you very much for being here and hanging out. And for submitting your wonderful, amazing animations to the challenge. We're super honoured every time you guys submit something. And really, really hope it was helpful and that you guys had fun, if nothing else. And can't wait to see what you guys do for the next one. Until next time.
May the rest
of your day
be filled
with
adventure. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You'll have to set the stream, the raid to go raid.
Ooh, the raid.